everybody in Great Yarmouth, at least those who commented on the article in the Great Yarmouth Mercury published a couple of days ago, seems to have their own views on Donald Trump visiting the UK, through an invitation, of course, from Terri May, our dear old Terri. Well, just a few observations I thought I would make on Donald Trump and the likes of him to a large extent. What I would call the nasty party, in Terri May's case, of course. In Trump's case, I think it's all part of the same thing. I think what Trump offers to people, just as much as Terri May does, is the idea that everything can go back to the good old days. I remember listening to a song years ago when I was a kid, and I love it. I've still got it actually on a vinyl LP somewhere, saying, you know, the way we were. And it says, everybody's talking about the good old days. The nights were longer, the summers were warmer, the winter was cosy, and our hearts were free. Not an exact quote from the song, but you get the feel of things. Longing for how it was before. That's Trump. That's me. Longing for the good old days, the good old days, the good old days. In Trump's case, in May's case, the good old days when you could be a good old white racist, a good old white homophobe, a black homophobe if you like, a brown homophobe, any kind of homophobe, any kind of racist. A time when it was okay to be that way. A time when in America it was okay that you as a white American Christian took your front seat on the bus and the Negroes sat in the back of the bus. A time when it was okay in both America and Britain, if you saw a gay person, you could go homosexual, or in America perhaps homosexual, because they are divinely hated. They are against the natural order of creation. You could do that in America. It was fine. You could do that in Britain. It was fine. You see, Terri and Trump and Farage and all the other nasty little right-wingers want to take us back to the good old days. The time when, if you were unemployed, well, really you had to beg for charity. The time when, if you had no money to live on, it was quite right that you should be left on the street. In Britain, cast out by the harsh landlord, like Tiny Tim in Charles Dickens. Perhaps Trump is offering a frontiersman America. An America of self-sufficiency. An America where only the strong survive and natural selection, brackets economic selection, send the weak to the wall. That's why I think many are just as eagerly dying to welcome Trump. That's why they welcome May, because they're about the good old days, giving, in America's case, back American power and supremacy and right and might. And in the UK's case, Terri May possibly just recovering those good old days of empire, those good old days when Britannia didn't just rule the waves, she ruled the world. Your comments are always much invited, but just think about this one for a second, because you know where I'm going to be standing when Trump comes. Take care.